Every other holiday has a mitzvah, and then there's chumras related to the mitzvah, and maybe kulas related to the mitzvah. Only Chanukah has 3 different levels of lighting a Chanukah candle. The basic is a candle every night. More than that, called mahadrin, is to light a candle for each and every member of the household or have a Chanukah for each. And more than that, called mahadrin mina mahadrin, which everybody does, is to light a candle the first night and add a candle every other night of Chanukah. So the bottom line is, if you do all 3, you have in a house of 6 Chanukiot, and on the 5th night of Chanukah, each and every one has 5 candles. Why is it that Chanukah has these 3 levels? I once heard years ago in the name of Rabbi Michael Rosenzweig that the reason is because our enemies didn't try to kill us. Our enemies only tried to take away our encouraged lifestyle that we're supposed to live. Namely, they didn't want to come and say, don't be Jewish. They said, just live b'di'evet. What's b'di'evet? We'll kill you if you keep Shabbos, so don't keep Shabbos, pikuach nefesh. We'll kill you if you do a bris, so don't go ahead and circumcise your children. Basically, a whole lifestyle came along that's all b'di'evet. Therefore, when our sages enacted this holiday after the miracle, they said, we have to tell the Jewish people that there's a probable, correct, and encouraged way to live, and then there's problems that come along. The encouraged way is to have 2 sets of dishes in the kitchen, and then sometimes it gets mixed up and we'll deal with it. But not to, lechatchila, have 1 set of dishes and constantly deal with how do we kasha them and how do we get out of the problem of mixing meat and milk. That's why on Chanukah, specifically, they enacted that we should have 3 different levels of the mitzvah in order to tell us there's a lechatchila way to live, and then there's b'di'evet. And the healthy intuition of the Jewish people came along and said, all of us are going to do the 3rd level. There isn't one Chanukah of the most assimilated Jew out there that on the 5th night of Chanukah doesn't have 5 candles. Doesn't exist. And I believe that anyone that has seen the questions that Chayalim are asking in the last few days of where to light Chanukah candles and how to light Chanukah candles and why to light Chanukah candles sees that the Jewish people, despite a war which exempts every soldier from anything that has to do from Chanukah if they're fighting, not if they're in an office, but if they're fighting. Despite it all, they come and say, well, how do we do it? How do we light a Chanukah candle? And how do we do it in the most encouraged way, even in the terrible situation we're in? I don't think our sages ever dreamt, way back when, that they would have soldiers that not only understood the message of Chanukah, but are continuing it as the Maccabim did in our generation.